Hi and welcome in. This is Divination Rainbow. Welcome back to all of my friends who are returning. In today's reading, we're going to be doing a love reading, and I'm super excited for this one because we're going to be taking a look into who has a crush on you at this time. We're going to go into the energy and get a little bit more insight into who this person is and how you will know them. And then from there, we're going to go into what's coming up next and pull through some guidance for you on your next moves. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to see what I can see here about who this person is. What kind of details can we get here about how you will know them? Who is this person, Spirit, that has this crush, this desire? I just heard the word desire. All right. What else can we see here? This person's a provider. This person's a hard worker. Woo! I'm telling you. It is some really, really electric energy. All right, and I had a couple that kind of went flying around, so I'm just gathering them up here. Interesting. Well, this person's ready to take a risk. They may be right now in the friend zone with you too, and they're kind of thinking about taking a risk to break out of that space. They're the type of person who sees themselves in a situation where they're not really sure if they have a shot with you, but they're willing to try. They're the type of person who, generally speaking, puts in quite a bit of effort. And with the father and the caregiver here, I see them as the type of person who is really the person who generally takes care of others around them and is very up to date and keeps up with their responsibilities. I'm not sure where that up to date came from. This person probably has a schedule that they adhere to pretty strictly. That's what that kind of gives me the vibe of. But yeah, I'm also seeing here that this person is the type of person who is not afraid to speak their mind, and they have a strong personality. They are the type of person who can be very protective, and they have a little bit more of an authoritative vibe to them. Yeah, they're really creative as well. And they're the type of person who's not afraid to kind of try things a couple of different ways and kind of see how things shake out, see what the results end up being with the scientist here. They're not afraid to kind of approach things from different angles at times when they're not getting their desired result, and they kind of keep track of things as well. They're the type of person who is likely going to have a good recollection of how things unfolded. Typically, this person is pretty optimistic. They have a generally easygoing and good mood about them. And I see them as someone who is open to new experiences and new ideas. And it may be even sometimes surprising in a way because they are a very strategic and calculated person, but they are also the type of person who is willing to take a risk when they feel they have that gut feeling, right? They're the type of person who, if they're getting like an intuitive hit, they are willing to take a risk if they feel that it is going to benefit or serve them. hmm And I'm also seeing this person as the type of person who sometimes can tend to withdraw and keep to themselves. They could be the type of individual who has a certain aspect of their personality. I'm seeing in my mind's eye a light switch, almost like it switches on or off. And I'm also hearing the word in my mind, compartmentalizing. This could be a person who is just really independent and enjoys their personal time, their space, and their quiet time. But they are, once again, someone who is very informed. They're somebody who I'm getting a lot of fiery and air type energy from. I see them as the type of person who is also very intuitive, and the type of person who's not afraid of changes. I see this type of person being the type of person who would embrace changes. They also have a lot of energy right now at this time towards you of trying to strategize and discern how they can bring this transformation in the energy about to be able to express some of these more romantic type feelings they're having towards you at this time with this crush that's been brewing. So let's go ahead now and kind of check in on what the next moves and the steps forward are going to be here based off of what we've already seen about this person. Very interesting. You'll have to tell me more. I love to see that though. Ooh, a crush is always so exciting. It really is. It gives you those feelings, those really exciting feelings. All right, now let's go ahead and see what is coming up next here. What is this person's most likely next actions towards you based off of this current energy that we're seeing here? They're going to have to make a choice. Remove these just a little bit more. They're gonna have to make a choice here. It's putting them at a crossroads where they're gonna have to kind of pick a side. And I'm seeing that too, is like, am I gonna stay in the friend zone or am I gonna shoot my shot kind of thing? And this could be even a workplace setting where it's like, oh man, if we cross that line, there's no going back. I totally am getting that vibe as well for someone. But they see this as being something that has a lot of potential to bring in a lot of joy for you both, and really something that could have quite a bit of fulfillment and quite a bit of long-term kind of happiness. And it's just going to kind of come out if it comes out. They're kind of leaving it up to chance, leaving it up to fate, and they're hoping that it's going to go better than they expect. They're hoping that the worst case scenario is not how it plays out, but they're also willing to accept that that may be how it goes. And they're kind of just leaving things up to see how's this going to go. It's going to kind of go how it goes, right? Yeah, but they definitely are ready to kind of have a new beginning, and they're going to be grateful when this opportunity presents itself. But at the same time, they're patient and they're waiting. Yeah, they could even be in a little bit of isolated kind of energy for a while they're observing and just kind of taking a step back and waiting and seeing how it goes. And they may be even feeling like a little bummed out, like did I miss my chance? Very interesting. What else can we see about what is coming up next in this energy around this crush? This person who has a crush. Oh, yeah. They're obsessing. They're going to start to really be thinking about it. What should I do here? How do I take this to the next level? And they're also feeling a lot of desirable feelings towards you. I was pulling that through in the energy before we even started the reading. This person has a lot of strong, passionate feelings towards you that's turning into a little bit of a lust and a little bit of an obsession with the devil coming out here. And it's only building as the anticipation builds, especially with it coming up right underneath the Two of Swords. It's also giving me an energy here, a synchronicity of like a mirroring type of energy with the 15 and the 51. All right. And then we got the Two of Wands in reverse, which is letting me know that they might be starting to lose a little bit of hope that they're going to have an opportunity. But at the same point in time, they're not going to wait around to get too much more information. They're going to want to be quick to take action, and they're going to want to bring about a change. What else can we see? Yeah, oh boy. They're going to maybe have that analysis paralysis, the good old analysis paralysis, because we also got the Two of Pentacles in reverse as a flipper there. And it's coming up right underneath that Ace of Pentacles. So it's letting me know that they really need to balance out their energy at the time when this opportunity is presenting itself. They've been waiting for it and they've been patient for it for so long. But there she comes, all right? The Six of Wands, the successful energy, the energy of I can do this because I feel really strongly about it. I'm very passionate about this. And I just heard light a fire under my ass. Yeah, they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that fiery energy. And they're definitely going to want to move forward. When they see the opportunity, they're going to want to strike while the iron is hot because they have a deep desire to be successful here with you. They have a strong urge to be able to bring this into the reality that they've been imagining with this 10 of Cups and really wanting to be able to see where this can go from here and breaking out of that energy of isolation and that energy of things kind of feeling like up in the air because it has been a little bit of a spiral for this person. It has been a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts and emotions for this person, and a lot of strong desire that they have at sometimes had a little bit of difficulty coping with. I'm definitely getting a little bit of the sense of that here. All right. And what we don't see at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. So this has a strong potential to be a very powerful union. There is the potential here that this could be true love unfolding right before you. And this person is going to be so devoted to you. They are seeing you as the type of individual who complements them in so many different types of ways. And they want to be able to embark on their next stage of life in a journey with you. I see also a yin yang energy here. So, getting a strong sense of a powerful counterpart. This person really sees you as I just heard the cat's pajamas, but that's not what I was going to say. This person's guides are funny. I was going to say this person really sees you as the full package. Oh my goodness. Wow. This has been a really fun reading. This energy feels so great. Oh God, I'm so happy for you. I love to see stuff like this. So, as promised, we're going to close out the reading now with just a little bit of additional guidance for you. I'm going to pull some angel numbers and some charms because why not? And this is some really fun energy. So, I'm excited to see what else is going to come through. Six of Wands, not Five of Cups, Six of Wands, 10 of Cups, Two of Cups. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. But we did get the Devil too. This person is obsessed and they have been really stressing out about how to bring this offer to you. So let's see what guidance we can pull through for you at this time as you kind of stay ready and stay in your elevated state that I know you will as the healed individual that I'm sure you are. So let's see what guidance we can pull through for you at this time as this is moving towards you in the energy. Ooh! What? Oh my God. I'm so sorry for my reaction. I'm just so excited for you. I love to see it. 2222 in this deck. That's the twin flame number. You're also in a state of high vibration, alignment, balance, harmony, divine timing, being divinely guided and divinely protected on this journey. I love to see it. What else can we see for you? Ooh, those just slid right out. This is lovely. Oh my God. Okay. Let's see what else is there for you. Reflect, habits, and authenticity. Okay, so this is kind of more what I was expecting, but this is just a confirmation here with this 2222. And that may already be an angel number or a significant number for you. But anyhow, this is more of what I was expecting to see. Okay, kind of analyzing the patterns that you're in right now. And with the habit card appearing here, it's definitely giving a message of taking the time to see what types of self-care practices and what types of hobbies and things that you're doing that are really benefiting you, that feel good to you, and that have brought in long-term benefits to you, or even maybe some short-term benefits as well. And then in the adverse, think about those things that maybe not so much. And it could be time to kind of reallocate your energy and your time in that way. And I'm getting that as a message here as well with the reflect. And I'm also getting a message with reflect of kind of being aware in a self-awareness and in an emotional intelligence type of way, thinking about how you speak to yourself and thinking about the way that you approach situations, thinking about the energy that you bring with you as you enter a room, and being aware of how all of that affects others. I'm also in my mind's eye getting a message. I'm seeing the Azazel card from one of my angel decks in my mind. So I'm also getting a message for someone of being really aware of how your outward presence, how your physical attractiveness can really impact others, and being cautious of not falling into a pattern of using that as kind of like a tool or a weapon. Being aware of the fact that you are a desirable individual and being humble and gracious and not allowing that to take you into a state of being manipulative or putting you in an overly ego driven state. And then with the authenticity card, it kind of all kind of segues together, just further supporting that message, but also bringing in an additional message of continue to be true to yourself. And as this person is approaching you with this very strong energy, it's also important to maintain whatever boundaries that you normally would set and to also continue to maintain time for yourself. And whatever those habits are that you've established that are truly beneficial to you, continue to allow yourself the space and the time to practice those, because it can be easy to get swept up in this kind of strong, powerful love energy. And it's just a simple and gentle reminder from the universe and from your guides that you, in your own self, are an incredible being. That is why this individual is drawn to you in this way. Do not lose sight of that and continue to pour back into yourself, and that will only bring this person into a state of being even more magnetized to you, because that is what is attracting them to you in the first place. And if you do lose sight of that, once again, the adverse can very quickly become true. All right. Let's close it out with a couple of scoops of charms here. And this is going to just bring in some additional signs and synchronicities. I'm actually going to shake it up a little bit. This is going to bring in some additional signs and synchronicities, but it is also going to potentially resonate with some of your person's energy as well. There could be some additional clues here for us. Oh, the tiniest second scoop ever, but nothing happens by mistake. So whatevs, this is it. This is what we need to see. Someone here has a really noticeable and beautiful smile, and you could be hearing some songs right now that are really empowering to you, or your person could definitely be hearing some music right now that reminds them a lot of you. It also could be a situation where you and this person have bonded in some way over your shared taste in music. You are just an incredible individual. We have the mermaid and the fairy. How magical is that? And I just heard past lives. So I'm getting like some strong energy here that you could just be the type of person who has lived many lives, and you are a little bit more of an old soul, and you have experienced some of these more transcendent types of identities. This is like a bottle opener. Someone here could be a beer drinker. That's honestly what I think of when I see those type of bottle openers, right? And it is getting a little bit warmer here in the northern hemisphere, so it's definitely maybe that time of year to just go kind of sit outside after work and enjoy a cold beverage. There's also an apple here, which makes me think of knowledge. You could be the type of person who really enjoys the pursuit of knowledge, but that also reminds me a lot of your person with the scientist card. And I also get the vibe with this apple of somebody who maybe works in education. I think this is called like a fleur de lis, but I always forget what it actually represents. Something French, right? You'll have to let me know in the comments. I am so sorry. Yeah, your person's definitely willing to put in the work on this. But I'm also getting a little bit of a vibe here of like a cutting, like this is a saw, right? But it doesn't make a clean cut either. So I'm kind of almost getting like a jigsaw puzzle kind of vibe. Like, how do I piece this together? I have just been holding on to that toothpaste there. I don't know why. Definitely someone here has a really captivating smile, and I'm getting a lot of late spring, early summer energy from this boldly blooming flower. I just heard June, June, June. So, okay, someone here must be a Gemini. Calm down. Or something really important is coming up in June. Definitely friendship energy here because we have a little bit of this lemon jade and we have this orange calcite, but the strong desire too. And then a little bit more of like protective energy with this clear quartz and this obsidian. I'm seeing your person definitely having a strong protective vibe. So I feel like we saw the father and the caregiver in the oracle cards that I pulled at the beginning. And I definitely was getting a provider, protector type of energy, that this person really sees you as a special person in their life and they don't want anything to interfere with your connection. And I heard even if it's just friendship. So even if this person isn't able to have everything that they would like to have with you, they don't want anything coming in between the time that they're able to spend with you. And last but not least, seeing this beautiful fragrance. And it brings my eye back to this lovely flower as well, which for some reason now I'm seeing as a dogwood flower, which I believe is the state flower of the state of North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Random fact, but you'll have to let me know if that is the case. But I'm seeing this here also as like a gardenia, and I'm seeing this here as some type of like fragrant blossom in this moment here next to this perfume bottle. So it's either you or your person, or perhaps both of you, have just really lovely fragrances. And it could be the type of thing that really draws people to you and you get complimented on. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely getting that here for someone. And with the types of instruments that I'm seeing here too, I'm hearing in my mind, I'm hearing jazz music. Jazz music. And also someone here could be an Amy Winehouse fan. I just heard. All right. I could probably stay in this energy all day, but that really feels like the message that needs to come through for you at this time. And I'm so grateful to be able to pull it through and that you stuck here with me to receive it. Thank you for always being able to make the time for these types of readings. It really does mean a lot to me. And until I see you in the next one, I hope that you do take good care of yourself, and you'll have to come back and let me know how all of this turns out for you. Bye for now.